Is the real estate market in Albuquerque crashing? Is it a bad time for you to either buy or sell if you're looking to move into Albuquerque? What is going on in the Albuquerque market? Well, I'm here to give you an update and to tell you what's going on in the market and how you can be successful. Hi, my name is Mitchel Waring and I am your Albuquerque realtor. Here to give you insight into the Albuquerque market along with tips and tricks for you to have the best success whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in Albuquerque. If one of these is your goal, let's talk, let's connect. I can help you with your real estate goals in Albuquerque. So either set up a time at the link below or reach out to me directly. My phone number is 505-401-9001. Again, that's 505-401-9001. Call me, text me. I'm easy to get a hold of. Let's connect. Let me help you with your real estate goals. Now, back to the question. Is this Albuquerque market crashing? No, it's not. It is slowing down. And so we are shifting from more of a what's called a seller's market to a buyer's market. So what does this exactly mean? So basically, when people ask, how's the market? They're asking basically, Econ 101, what does the supply and demand look like? So in a seller's market, you have very high demand, lower supply. So think back to COVID, to 2020, 2021, even 2022. The demand to buying homes was sky high. This was because interest rates were really, really low and a lot of people were looking to move. So, a lot of people were moving out of California. A lot of them moved to New Mexico. A lot of them, Texas, Tennessee, other places like that. So these created sellers markets where a lot of people want to buy homes, but not a lot of people want to sell homes. So this happens for two reasons. The first reason is a lot of people want to buy homes. So when you can get really low interest rates, or you can sell for a lot in California and then come to a place like Albuquerque where the average home price is much lower, you have a lot more spending power. So a lot of these people with these low interest rates, high influx of cash from other sales, a lot of these people are ready to buy, they want to buy, but there's just not that many homes on the market. This leads to higher home prices overall, bidding wars. So if you remember, this is when you'd have to bid 10, 20, 30, 40,000 over asking price just to get the home that you want to buy. And days on market were really, really low. So in a seller's market, that's what happens. Other reason why you get a seller's market is people just don't want to sell. So supply goes way down. So this also happened in the past few years because a lot of people had homes that were already paid off, or if they bought early in COVID, they had the low interest rates, they refinanced, they have low interest rates, and they don't want to let go of those. So that creates a seller's market, which usually is viewed as a stronger market because homes are selling quicker and for more money, and there's more action going on. What we've transitioned to is a buyer's market. So in a buyer's market, it's the opposite, where there's more people looking to sell, so the supply is higher, than people looking to buy, so the demand is lower. Now overall, there's the two same reasons, but it's just flipped. More people are either looking to sell, or less people are looking to buy. So a lot of people, might still need to sell. They see the home prices from the last couple of years, say, hey, if I sell, I can make a lot of money, I can make a good return. People are still looking to move either into Albuquerque, so a lot of people looking to move out of Albuquerque. So, homes, there might be more homes on the market. Also, the demand is going down. Interest rates are not 3% anymore. They're not 4% anymore. We're right about 6.5%, a little under. So interest rates are much, much higher. This means not as many people want to buy. In COVID, when it was 3%, you're like, yeah, I can afford a lot more house for a lot less money than you can now. So a lot of people are waiting for interest rates to come down to jump back into the market. So this creates a buyer's market versus a seller's market. Seller's market, more power to the sellers. Buyer's market, more power to the buyers. So what does this mean for you getting into real estate in Albuquerque? Well, we're not quite to a buyer's market yet, but we're getting there. From 2024 to 2025 through the first 2 quarters, we've seen a gradual shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Now, the average home price has gone up, but not by nearly as much as it has the past few years. It's only gone up by a little bit. Days on market also going up. We have, number of homes that are requiring a price drop also going up. But the total homes on market, it's relatively the same. So we're not full on shifted to a buyer's market, but it looks like that's where we're headed unless, something else crazy in the market happens and interest rates drop again or, whatever. So right now, more so of a buyer's market. What does that mean for you as either a buyer or a seller? Well, let's start with the buyer. If you are someone looking to buy in Albuquerque, buy a home in 2025, early 2026, you need to understand you have a little more bargaining power than you did a couple years ago. Now, your interest rate may not be as low, but now it's easier to negotiate for lower prices, better concessions, and just to overall be a little pickier and a little more specific with what you're looking for. Realize now, if you just look at Zillow or you look on the market, even driving through the neighborhood, you'll notice more so than maybe a little while back, there's going to be more homes for sale even in the neighborhood. Like you drive down the street, now you're going to see there's 2 homes for sale on that street, or maybe 3. This wasn't as common. It seems to be getting a little more common. So as a buyer, now you have more power and more negotiating power to be like, hey, if I can't get this price that I need, that I believe is a fair market price, that works with my budget, if you're not willing to do, fix the water heater that's broken, fix the roof that's broken, whatever the case may be, guess what? You just go next door. You go down to the one across the street, right? This is something that's different than it was during COVID, because now there are more homes than buyers. We're getting to that point. So if you can understand that, you can be more successful buying. Now I know what you're thinking. If you're a seller, you're like, well, that sounds terrible. This sounds like there's no way I can succeed. That's not true. You can still be very successful selling in a buyer's market, because if you have people looking to buy, they're serious, they're really, wanting a house, because it's not just like in COVID where it's like, I've got some extra money, I've got a lower interest rate, yeah, why not, let's go for it. You're getting serious buyers. So the key is, how do we capitalize on them? Well, what you need to do is you need to really focus on, what's my competition out there look like? How do I beat it? So you need a good strategy and a good plan to make sure if there's a couple other homes on your street or in your neighborhood that have been sitting on the market a little longer or coming up at the same time you are, how do you position your home and your home sale to be better than those other 2, 3, 4 homes in your area? That's the key, because if you have maybe 1 or 2 buyers looking at 4 homes, okay, how are you going to be the one that stands out? So you got to really analyze the competition, and you got to make sure that your process and your marketing, your budget, or not your budget, but your list price, everything is perfect and on spot on. Otherwise, you're going to get leapfrogged by these other homes. They're going to look to your neighbor's house before yours. They're going to sell. You're going to be stuck on the market because there weren't as many people looking in your area. So, if you are looking to buy, looking to sell in Albuquerque, please let me know. I can help you no matter what type of market we're in, no matter how crazy you think it might be. It's all in the process. It's all in the procedures. It's all in the systems That's how you set yourself up for success, whether you're looking to buy or sell or even invest. So if this is you, let's talk, let's connect. Let me help you find what you're looking for. Hit the link below, set up a time to talk, or reach out directly. My phone number is 505-401-9001. Again, 505-401-9001. Thank you.